I am back with a new challenge, if you want to call it challenge. It is, as the title already says, Bretonnian Infantry only. Now, this is a challenge that I already wanted to do since a very long time. Mainly because I'm quite an infantry guy. Like, I usually in my normal place, I'm not a doomstack guy. I have done it, but it's not necessarily mine. Like, doomstacks are, for me, killing all the fun. Like, you can watch it 1-2 times, destroying armies, and then it's over. I like infantry. I like archers. I like normally also a little bit of cav in it, like very historical. Monsters as well, but not on the mass. Like you know, doomstacks 2 or something. So I like balanced armies, and Bretonians already have been very known for being trash at infantry. Main reason probably because they have no armor and no leadership. Like that's the two main things that makes an infantry good in my opinion. And these guys usually don't have it. Like there are very few infantry guys. I, by the way, forgot to delete the knights, as you can see here. The trebuchets are also peasants. Now, I was thinking in that moment, should I delete artillery as well? And then I was like, nah, they fit to infantry. They are like a colleague of infantry. Like it has to be with it. Yeah, that's why I started this series here. I was thinking about doing another archer one, but I was like, I did the archer already before. Maybe one day I come back to peasant archer only, but I doubt it's possible. Like 35 leadership is nothing you can play archers with. The high elven archers at 70 if I'm not wrong. That's double. And they already routed after like half a minute in combat, so why should these even work? They will never work, never ever. And yeah, this is one of the fights where you realize how important knights are in in Bretonia. Like this was my second attempt. The first attempt I tried to play normal, and I had no chance in all of these units. Like they are not good units. The vampires do not have good units, but funnily enough, my units are not a lot better than theirs. Like I think a skeleton warrior is not much worse than a spearman warrior, spearman peasant guy and all that shit. And yeah, I felt that. So I decided to do this very weird setup here. And my trebuchet went forward. I didn't want that to happen. I just didn't realize it, and then I read. They are not of much use anyway at the moment because they are too close to the enemy. But I had no other formation that is tight enough to work. So yeah, he is pretty much just standing there for now. And as you can see by the numbers, we are losing a lot, they are losing a lot, but at least our guys are holding. I will not say they are doing good, but they are holding for a moment. The anti-cav infantry is actually very good against cav. I was a little bit surprised that they destroyed what were they, Black Knights? Black Knights, yeah. Destroyed them as quickly as they did. It was truly impressive. And yeah, they crumble quickly though. At this point, like half the army is gone, and usually that's the point where vampires start to crumble. And it's not a long time. I moved the trebuchet a little bit. It was a pretty good move. And did manual fire with Alt. For people who don't know, Alt right click is manual fire. So I aimed him a little bit behind because trebuchets tend to be not very accurate this way around. And yeah, that's the first fight of the series. At this moment I realized that the infantry of Bretonia truly are not good. I played them once before with Alberic, and I didn't like them. There was also the reason because with Alberic you are only fighting Lizardman and Dark Elves and jungle maps and blah blah blah. Terrible for Cav. Yeah. So I was like, I'm gonna do Bretonia again. This time with a challenge, so I'm a little bit more motivated here. And yeah, I took some fights here, took some settlements, nothing much to say about it. Here I am taking on a siege where I was highly scared, but I forgot that I'm playing against vampires, which don't have ranged enemies, so sieges against vampires usually are pretty easy because of that. Yeah, I broke through the wall with the trebuchets and then just moved in. I cut that whole part out. It's probably like 2-3 minutes of worthless something. And yeah, I didn't take in all my infantry. I just took like 3-4 units in to fight because it's so cramped here. I could have sent them on another place to fight, but I wanted the heroes to do the main work. So that's why I decided to just leave the rest outside and have a nice day. While another unit, a set unit, just moved up there and will get utterly destroyed. Like it, I hope to clock the hole, but I was too late and they surrounded the whole unit. So I was like, yeah, whatever. It's only peasants, you know. Nobody cares about peasants, do they? And yeah, you can see already they are already nearly losing. Victory at grasp. The game says. I'm not playing on legendary, by the way, for those who can wonder. I don't like the restrictions of having no balance of power, no map, and all that stuff. I like it like this. I like to just play it as I want it. Like the recruitment on legendary is a little bit better for the enemy, I believe. But I'm on very hard there because it's already But on legendary, I believe there's no saving and all that stuff, and I like to save, especially in challenges like this. I never really played legendary because of that, because that's what I think it does. I couldn't even tell if it's that, but that's what I think it does. It is. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm not, so who cares. Battle is going well. Rather low casualties except for the one guy, so 170. That was promising against vampires, which was a mistake, but it was promising at that point. And it's not terrible from experience that comes. I mean, I'm mainly fighting Tomb Kings and vampires here at the moment because those are the first enemies of this Bretonnian faction. And yeah, but I will surely, probably not this episode. I think this episode cuts on the first contact, but not the initial fights. I'm gonna touch Korn, Scarbrand over there. But I haven't, at this point, I haven't fought a real battle yet, because the last thing I did is just touch a settlement of him. So I have no idea what's gonna happen, and it's probably gonna be the first thing that happens in the next episode. So be prepared. By the way, this is an attack on a settlement, a big settlement, including a lord in it, and I could have auto-resolved it. I was like, let's see how strong Bretonnians really are. So I took it manually, and that's, let me say, the fight was, I would say with every other faction this fight would have been a choke. Like if I like Sench, for example, I'm a Sench guy with the infantry and stuff. And let me say with Sench, this fight would have been a joke, like you would have lost barely anything and blah blah blah. Matching on top and all that stuff. But with Bretonnia, this was actually a close fight, like Tomb King has one strength, and that's archers. Sench, or usually good infantry, has a lot of armor, which negates the effect of arrows quite a bit. Bretonnian infantry doesn't have armor. And that's showing by the volleys of arrows that I take. So they were always my first target, even with the trebuchets. I just shot at the archers because I feared them so much at this point. And it shows off in this battle that I truly should fear them. You see how they shred my units with bows. My archers themselves are shooting at them, and they are shooting back at my archers, and my archers are running before theirs. I mean, Tomb King archers are not bad. Like, who says they are bad? Only is looking at the stats. But these guys, if untouched, have 120 men with the same damage as my 90 guys have. So they have like a third or yeah, a third more damage, or a quarter. Officially a third more damage, but like a quarter from their perspective more damage. It's what is the real one? Is it 90 to 120? Is it 25 more or 30% more attack? And if it's pretty surely 30% more attack, but is it then also 25% less attack? Oh my god, yeah, probably it is. Who cares? Math, huh? Who's a math pro? I'm not. I'm good in my head. I'm good with my head mathematics, but not with this stuff. So yeah, we are back at the point where the good old undead are crumbling, and we are winning this battle. I think it was this battle I realized I should backcharge them more often with my heroes, because they get a massive leadership loss. Oh yeah, that was just a scene where I checked it. And they are usually crumbling if they have already lost a good amount of their men. So yeah, I think that's what I'm doing quite often as well in the next fights. This one was, how was it? Terrible by numbers, but good by proportion, I guess. It's I mean, I'm also fighting with unshielded men-at-arms at the moment, and a lot of halberds in it. So it's not terrible. I will say it's okay. Yeah, I'm taking fights after fights, going through the desert here. So far not sacking anything, which might be a mistake. This is, by the way, a great banner here, like 12 melee defense for any unit. I've put it on my best unit there. How are they called? Like the guys with the swords in the hand, men-at-arms? No, they were not men-at-arms, they are the other guys, you know what I mean. And I think it was the right decision, because they are the best unit, and they usually hold the flank on their own longer than the others do, unless they get shot by arrows. And yeah, by the way, this Legendary Lord is amazing for peasants. Like, it has, even for normal horses, it has a frenzy for the whole army at a certain point. And that makes my peasants so much stronger. Plus 10 melee for peasants that are already trash. Unbelievable. Here I'm, by the way, getting attacked by the Vampire Coast, and I just took this Pyrrhic victory because I knew I will move over the map no matter. Here the same, I took the fight because I wanted to reduce losses, but it's a rather similar fight to what I'm used already. I was a little bit feared because I had so many losses in this army, but it wasn't as terrible as I thought, especially like with the... For some reason, I felt very confident in this fight. Like, I moved my arm in a nearly half circle, and it was exactly what I needed here. Like, their flanking attacks were trash, and I focused on the archers again. This time even with some heroes, just to make sure they don't attack anything of mine. Because honestly, this army is terrible against archers, but otherwise in close combat, it's not trash, not anymore. With frenzy, all that stuff, these units are decent. Armorless, but decent. They do a good job at fighting. They have like 50-50 on their melee attack values, so 50-50 is terrible. 50-50 is amazing, actually, for a unit that is a peasant with a weapon in the hand. Unfortunately, the army ability of the Tomb Kings destroyed my archers quite a bit here. Even tried to kill my trebuchet, but luckily enough they disappeared before they could. So yeah, always remember Tomb King's abilities. I didn't, even though I played them quite a bit. Yeah, this fight was so much better. 300 losses against 2.2k. I would say it's fine, especially if I had so many damaged units that had to hold the line because I didn't have a replacement. Because, you know, it's 1 against 1 on each unit pretty much. From this point on, it's the end. You can see a few of my upgrades, so you get the overview where I went. I mainly went for the peasant upgrades, and from there on I just went for the lord's abilities if they have any. And now I'm going for just getting the lord stronger pretty much. Yeah. Later I decide maybe to go for some more upgrades towards the units because they are getting level rank 7, but yeah, that's the state I'm in right now, and I think what's always said about them is that the lots are good and the rest is not. So yeah, next time we go against Korn probably, so yeah, see you then.